baby. Oh
We
my
have
God.
missed you.
Look at my ladies, man. You're looking delicious, man. And you brought colors to the house.
I know.
Honey,
it's like
I had
just feel
to.
like-
COVID is trying to make us all remember when the dark we ain't.
Word.
We'll bring you
No,
color.
Exactly.
Word.
I know. And yeah, by the way, Happy New Year ×3.
Yes, happy New Year.
I actually missed the show. I missed the viewers. I missed everything.
I know.
And this is like a flashback. Definitely.
Yes, actually, you're right. It
It's
does
like,
feel that way,
yeah,
doesn't it?
I know.
It's been
maybe
a
someone
while.
put those waves, like flashback. I can run back.
So true.
I know.
But now that we're back,
Yes.
how do you guys feel about being back on set? Because I feel amazing. It's been a while.
Can I
3
be honest?
years.
I feel a little bit nervous because I'm just
Yeah.
like, it's been 3 years.
Oh, man.
You haven't
Been
done
in the studio doing
proper
what you're supposed to
studio
do.
work, and Solomon is like, no, that's not how you do it. No.
I'm actually bossed up. I'm ready to flow.
No,
and today we have
yeah.
lots of very juicy topics
Oh,
we need to
yes.
deal with.
Of course.
And I can't wait to talk about my girl, Tiwa Savage. I'm loving this.
What's going on with you?
Wait, why Tiwa Savage?
Yes, why Tiwa Savage?
Oh man, this girl is a beautiful African queen, and that.
There's
I don't
something-
want to go too far because I don't want you to misinterpret me, but that video was really
I know
good.
why.
I know exactly. We know why. It's a lie.
Yep, that's why this one is like, Tiwa Savage. Now he likes Tiwa Savage. Don't worry, you guys will see why.
Somebody's
he
son
likes
will
Tiwa
find
Savage.
her.
These
So,
two
right,
are
somebody's son
crazy.
will find her.
They're crazy.
No.
But guess what? On today's show, we
Yes.
are going to bring you gist that we know. You know, you might have missed. Some we know, we
Yeah.
might have missed. What you don't know about them is our take on the stories.
Of course.
Just say we have a full house today. Today we
Yes.
have Tony Marie, we have Jonathan in the house. It is actually a full show, so we can't wait to dive into it. Guys, get yourself settled because when we come back, the show is going to start with a bang.
All right, so let's get straight in. So while we were away, obviously you guys know there's been so many things happening, stories, different scandals. Oh, we can't wait to discuss with you. But first, all the stories is going to go to my girl NG.
Oh, why
So
me? Why me?
just-
Why me?
My darling, can you not see you're exuding radiance?
okay.
So let's start.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
All right,
I like
okay.
that.
So first story, let's go.
Okay, so for my story, I'm going to choose the Chief Daddy story, Chief Daddy 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. So basically, it's a Nigerian movie, Nollywood, created by Mo Abudu.
Yeah.
And obviously, there was Chief Daddy 1, which people liked and were looking forward to it. And then she made Chief Daddy 2.
Yeah.
Now, with the dawn of Chief Daddy 2, it wasn't received well. People criticized it. There was a lot of criticism surrounding it. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even call it criticism. I'll call it total dislike and loathing for the movie.
Yeah.
And they came in and they came in hard.
Yeah.
And, people were just saying how they didn't expect it. It was just rowdy. It was not well done. It was disjointed. The conversations weren't right. There was a lot of things, said about this movie. So much so that Mo Abudu herself had to come out with a statement, and
And definitely, a movie is really bad when the producers have to come out and give a statement.
Yeah.
And I mean, I could even see it on the trailer because it was like they tried so much to put everything in there.
Yeah.
And it just was
It just
rowdy. It was
wasn't
everywhere.
working.
So
Yeah.
I was like, I'll wait for people to watch and then get back to me. And obviously it was as bad as
so what was it for you that didn't work, Dami? You watched it.
So I like Nii Akimolayan. I don't
Yeah,
know if
yeah,
you-
yeah,
he's a
Nii,
really-
yeah.
I think he's a dope director.
Absolutely.
And I was watching I can't remember her name. I'm so sorry. She does reviews on YouTube of Nollywood movies.
I think
and
I
she
know who
said
you mean,
she's
yeah.
friends with this guy, this Nii guy, and she was like, why didn't he post and big up this movie on his social media platform? It just came out on Netflix very quietly, and we could all understand.
So is that
why.
like a
It was-
sign?
It was a sign. So you could tell that perhaps maybe he wasn't 100% happy. And I can see why he wasn't happy. They had the actors, they 155 million% had the money because the shots were beautiful.
Yeah.
They were in Dubai and they were in lots of different lovely locations in Lagos. But the script was...
See, that's maybe because I'm in the industry, right? And because I have seen, I'm in front and behind cameras and I've seen what it takes and what.
Yeah.
So I know that it is quite hard to be able to get it right sometimes. I know, I get where you're coming from. And when Miss Abudu spoke and gave her statement when she said, people should give constructive criticism, I sort of get where she's coming from, because it's easy to say, like you did it now, like saying, okay, the picture quality was amazing, the acting was was amazing, but maybe the dialogue wasn't right. That's constructive.
Okay,
But
yeah.
people
But
came
then-
for it like, it's rubbish.
My thing is, it's like, okay, the dialogue, okay, great, yeah, sure, but it was like, I feel personally that if your script is strong, it carries. Like, you can have like half the amount of money, but if your script is strong, it just felt like one scene was happening, the next thing something is jumping to somewhere, and then all of a
So
sudden
like
they
you
appear
said,
in Dubai, and then there's
disjointed.
this show he's supposed to do, but there's no one in the hall, and it's just, I was just like, what is happening? And then they rent this gorgeous house.
Yeah.
And it was just flat.
But hold on,
Like,
Andy, what about you? What is it that's like really getting you?
I think they knew it was a bad production, and I think personally they would have scrapped it, but they put in so much money, they had to let it out there in the public. And I think that's the reason why she came out and say something, because they knew they messed up, but they just could not pull the production out of the plug. But it is what it is.
so then my question is then, when do you pull the plug?
Anyway, guys, in case you haven't seen the said movie, check it out for yourself. But in the meantime, here's a little clip from Ms. Mo Abudu's statement regarding the constructive, or rather less constructive criticism of the movie.
So when you express disappointment with us, please know your voices are heard. Just as we appreciate the feedback, reactions and reviews, we also appreciate the not so positive ones, as they are constructive for me and my team. That way we can continuously improve ourselves so we can deliver the great quality productions you have come to expect from Ebony Life Studios.
Guys, so you've heard it from the horse's mouth. Mo Abudu obviously saying, please be constructive with your criticism. But we want to know, what do you genuinely think? Go on our Instagram page at The Buzz TV Show. So we are going to the next story. And we're going to the MOBO Awards. And guess who we have?
Tony Marie.
Tony Marie.
Tony Marie.
Don't go anywhere.
The winner of Best Male Act is Gets.
Hey guys, welcome back. We got Tony Marie here. We're going to be discussing MOBO Awards. Tony, how you doing?
I'm good. It's so good to be back.
Hello,
It's
it's
so
good to have
good to see
you.
you.
We miss you too. We miss you too, Tony. You look beautiful.
I know. As
Thank you,
always.
So do you. You look
Thank you,
great.
darling.
How was it actually? Because I mean, I was watching the show and I didn't think Anne Marie and Munya would have such a chemistry, and they did pull out a good show.
Yeah, they did amazing, didn't they? It was so good.
Yeah.
So the MOBO Awards were held back in December
Yeah.
at the Coventry Building Society Arena, and the talent in that arena was unreal. Like the competition, there
imagine.
were
We
so
saw.
many talented artists performing. We had performances from WizKid, Miss Banks, NSG, Thames.
You were
so
just
many.
in your element, weren't you?
Yeah.
That's what you liked to. That's what Tony Marie likes to be. Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about the winners.
Yeah.
Of
so
course, always.
Little Sims won Best Female Act.
Nice.
And I'm actually so pleased for her because
Yeah.
she was nominated 11 MOBO Awards before.
What?
11?
Yeah, so this is
Wow.
the first one that
Oh,
she
I
actually
didn't know.
Like, we know she was nominated for.
But not 11.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That means she's been consistent. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So yeah, good for her. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pleased. And then we had the first ever MOBO Best Male Act
Okay.
that actually went to the grime legend Gets.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
And then WizKid, obviously.
I knew that was going to come up.
He won not one but 2 awards.
Oh, as
Best
he does.
International Act
Yeah, I know that one.
and Best African Music Act.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
good.
Oh,
yeah, he's
nice.
just
Yeah.
incredible.
He is. He does know how to command the stage. I have to give him that. Yeah.
You have to give thumbs up to Lil Sims. I think she actually deserves it. She's been
Yeah.
putting in the work for several years.
Yeah,
She's been doing that
definitely.
for a long time. And she actually capped it up by winning the Brits as well. So, I mean, that
We're
black
claiming
girl, man,
our
she did well, man.
sister.
She did well this year, man.
Yeah.
Kudos to her.
That's
Do you know,
really good.
thank you very much for that, Tony. But
Yeah.
before you go, it just, all this mobile thing just reminded me of something. You know, I think it was at the Brit Awards, and they mentioned not wanting to, or rather they mentioned doing away with gender categories. So like no more male, best male
No
artist
male or
or female, you know, just take it away and just say best male, best female. Like, what do you guys think about that?
Yeah. I think personally, if you're going to like just say best act, then there has to be multiple winners. You can't just say there's only going to be one winner, in
Makes
my
sense.
opinion anyway, if you're going to be able to do that. If not, then you're just going to have the same type of people
Yeah.
constantly winning, and it's
True.
like, what's the point? Then it kind of like just loses the validity of the awards, in my opinion anyway. So if you're going to do that, make it a multiple award.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you end up with so many people if you have put the male and females together. and then only one person wins.
Yeah, it's just
at least 2 people
win or 3 people or 4 people. Like just something, I think.
Yeah, so obviously, I don't know if you guys also know this. I don't know if you remember Adele won the Brit Awards.
Yeah.
And then when she gave a speech, you remember that, right, Tony? And then she said, when she was giving her speech, she said, well, thank you so much for the award, but I love being a woman.
Yeah.
And I'm throwing this back at you because you sound like a feminist, so I mean, like, well done. But because she said, I love being a woman, people came for her and they came for her hard.
Why?
Because I think the whole point of what we're talking about, trying to make the Brit Awards gender neutral, and then she's like, I love being a woman, and then people just came for her.
I'm so sorry. First of all, Adele is not a representation of the Brits. She's Adele. She was there.
True.
She went to collect herself. If she wanted to say, I like eating grass, bro, she was allowed to say, I like eating grass.
Exactly.
Why should you be policing what people say because it doesn't match up to what you believe is truth? It's just like, seriously, get over it. Everybody's not going to be able to agree with you. I'm not saying like, obviously, cower and be quiet, but you can't, what's the word, make everybody follow what it is that you genuinely desire. Like, if she likes being a woman, allow her. She identifies as a woman. She identifies as a woman.
And that's the thing, isn't
like,
it?
Leave her be to identify as what she wants, as opposed to...
And that's the thing. It's like saying, you know, people can say, I don't identify with this, and it's accepted. But the moment you say, I identify as female or male, it becomes a problem.
And it's like, that's not right. That's borderline bullying.
You should be able to celebrate who you are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Tony, just like we are celebrating you. For being gorgeous. Guys, that was Tony and the Mobos. We can't wait to have you back because you always have gist. And guys, we're going to go into the next news, which is a P squared.
P squared. Welcome back, guys. Now, like NG said, we are going to be talking about Psquare. Now, for those of you who don't know Psquare, Psquare is P and P, Peter and Paul. They are the amazing duo from Nigeria and the amazing artists and dancers as well. And over the years, we have unfortunately had the privilege of watching them break up and come back together and break up and come back together and break up. And you see where I'm going with this, right? So it's been a roller coaster for us because we love these guys, like Peter and Paul. I've been watching them since they were in university, and I've just always been a big fan. So when they split up, I genuinely thought that my family was breaking up as well. And they got back together.
The first time, right?
The first time, and then they got back together. So I was like, oh, okay, they settled, and then they split up again.
There's a Jesus somewhere.
And then they got back together, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then they split up, and I'm just like, what the heck? So. So my thing is, when do we stop caring about them getting? I don't know if you guys heard that. When do we stop caring? Like, because a lot of people have like invested like effort and prayers.
I was going to say that.
And prayers together.
Yes.
And it's just, I know right now, like, I think they're together because obviously of a recent death.
Yes.
But it's just like.
So I think when Stan Sultan, who's another amazing producer, music guru, when he passed, because it was a friend of theirs, people were all like, like life is too short. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Get back together. And they got back. But I think the nation is feeling a certain sense of disconcertedness, if you like. Like, is this for real, or are they going to break up again?
I didn't care.
Yeah, and
that's what I said.
So you didn't care?
No, I did not. But I'm actually very curious. I'm actually very curious to
about
see how
what
they're gonna deliver, if they actually make an album together or a single. Because for me personally, I think Paul was up there and Peter was down there.
Really?
When they were doing that separate project together. But right now that they're back together, I think the music scene has evolved so much. It's left what Psquare were doing before, and I want to see what they can actually do in the current situation.
They've always pulled like, I think they've always pulled like the sock out the hat, if that's the term I should use. I don't think, even though the music industry has gone far away, I just feel like the likes of Psquare and Two Face, they're just so, what's the word? I feel like they're very ambidextrous. Like they can just like
get in anytime.
They can just jump in. So we'll hold, fingers crossed, we'll see.
I'm not writing them off completely.
But hold on though. Here's the interesting thing. I know that Tony likes them.
Yeah. I love them.
Yes. So
I love the
what do you think? I mean, they've broken up, come back together, broken up. And let me just say, you know this, that people have been praying. I think you prayed for them. Don't lie. Yeah. So what
did you know?
do you care right now, or how do you feel about it?
I do care.
You do?
I think they're so good together.
Yeah.
I think they've got so much talent and they just work well.
Yeah, true.
And they've got so many fans. It's just such a shame. Like, obviously, it's down to them what they want
they do,
and what they feel is right. But I just think it's such a shame, if they
go apart. She's so sweet.
I know.
She's definitely not Nigerian, because for us, we're like, we don't care.
No. We still care, but it's just, I think it's just, you know when somebody is just tugging at your heartstrings, like, will they, won't they? And it's just like, oh, seriously, guys, just make up your mind. Like, what do you want to do?
But personally, I think they broke up when it really mattered for them. I think that was when they could have taken up to a different level. True. And I think Nigerian music scene was at a very good place. And too bad they actually broke, because I think they've lost a lot of time. So
I think they can come back.
I like that.
That prayer is coming.
That prayer is coming.
I believe in them.
I like that you believe in them. Actually, I have to say, I don't care. Like, I like them. They're an okay artist. It's just they're not my Wizzy. They're not.
Oh yeah, they know you're Wizzy, darling. It's like, okay.
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, that's how I think. But Tony, well done. Keep praying.
Yeah.
Keep praying.
I know go lie. The things within my mind. When I see you dancing, girl, you got me high. And if you wanna try, make a good day tonight. Cause I'm in the mood. As long as you're feeling the groove, I deal with you personally.
Hey guys, so welcome back. Now, this is the final news, and I know we're not ending on the most hype of notes, but it's something that is so important, and I feel like it's overlooked because we have like so many amazing celebrities, and we look up to them and we see what they're doing, but behind all those layers, there's a lot of things that, they don't share. And I really, really, really think that it's something that's important that we need to highlight. So today, we've got the amazing Jonathan.
Hey.
How are you? It's so good to see you.
It's good to be back. Finally.
Yeah, finally, right? After COVID, I know. So Jonathan, without obviously giving too much away, I just wanted you to obviously highlight, your stories that you're going to cover now. So over to you, my darling.
Yes, so the first one is Jamal Edwards, MBE, the owner of SBTV, ambassador for the Prince's Trust and music pioneer. He sadly passed away in February. Just a sudden heart attack, and it was quite a weird time on social media. Do you know what I mean? There was, at first it was rumors, and no one actually could believe like he had passed away. I think as well it was the fact that he had helped so many people, and so many people were uploading stuff about how he'd helped them. There were so many artists. It came to like, Jessie J, Stormzy, Young'un, Rita Ora, Ed Sheeran, the list goes on. And they're just music artists that he also helped people like ourselves, presenters. He asked them to go to places with them and get them jobs. And I think it's just quite sad to see how he's gone. And plus he's also from Luton as well, where I'm from. So it was like, someone that's done a lot and opened so many doors for like, especially black boys as well, because in his early years, he just had one camera that his mum brought him, and he would go around and film people and just get put the content on YouTube. And that's what actually pushed people through the door and put like rap in the UK on the map. So he really just opened doors for people. And it was just because
I'm not into obviously the music scene as much as sometimes, but when I started looking up about, I was like Jamal Edwards, I was like, oh my goodness, like he's met the royals, like he has
is it OBE or MBE? I get confused. MBE. And like he's one of the youngest people to ever receive an MBE from the Queen.
Wow.
It just beats me because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know much about the guy apart from that he was the CEO for SBTV. And I just know that he was a good guy that were always helping upcoming artists. But obviously when he died, and a lot of people, I do talk to a lot of upcoming artists and a lot of people that dealt with him, and the way they spoke about this man, I mean, I was blown away because they were showing me proof text, and they were all saying he didn't even ask for money. Some of them were telling me, oh, I was going with this name, and he told me, man, drop that. go with this name, you know, and you can see he was genuinely behind upcoming artists, not asking for any money, and genuinely actually was helping people.
Because that was the whole point for him, for Jamal. It was all about the fact that he couldn't see people who was like him or were like him on TV, and you know, like music not represented enough for him to see himself reflected. So he started SBTV, which was online, and then just kept bringing people, showcasing them, you know, people or kids who otherwise would not be on any platform. But he rest in peace. We wish his mom, his family, you know, our deepest heartfelt condolences, because we know it must be so hard. So please accept our condolences.
I know. I mean, let's just go back to another thing, like mental health. I think this is another big issue. I mean, unfortunately, we lost Riky in South Africa.
Yes, that's true.
You know, this guy was in the scene for a long time, and you go to Instagram feed, you think he's living the life.
Yeah, just
you
to
will
say,
pay anything to have half of the life that he has.
Just to say, Riky is a South African rapper who committed suicide, right?
And after he committed suicide, before he committed suicide, he said, "I'll return a stronger man. This land is my home," and that was a tweet he made.
Really?
And it just made me think. I know we have mental health in, you know, women and men, but I think with men, it's a sign of, we feel it's a sign of weakness.
Yes.
To say that we have
especially black men.
Especially a black man, you expect to be strong and hold it down. But at times, it doesn't help you because you don't have someone to talk to and come out.
And I think obviously what maybe might have exacerbated his plight was the fact that he is this mogul at the top, and it's like it's very, very, very hard to find anyone to trust. So you might be dealing with a lot of stuff and you have literally no one to talk to. Like I saw a tweet and AK put out, and he's like, it's lonely. You don't have people that you can actually talk
AKA
to.
said that.
Yeah,
really?
like obviously I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, like because everybody's probably out, you know, like how Jamal didn't take any money from anyone. These guys are probably thinking that, oh my goodness, you know, somebody might be out. If I just try and like maybe confide in them, they might go and sell my story to someone and things like that, and they don't have anyone.
Actually lost his ex-girlfriend to suicide.
That's true.
Mental state as well.
But I have a question, Jonathan. As a young person, and obviously you're in the music scene, you see the celebrities, and then you hear stories like this, like somebody that maybe you've looked up to or you know or you've admired, have taken their own life, and like you just said now, seen as black men tend to look at it like a sign of weakness. You've been, I come to you directly because you've been a young person. What would be your advice to young people out there?
Do you know what? It's advice my mum actually gave me, because she's a nurse, and she said, when I was, a few years ago, she said to me, your mental health, everyone has mental health. It's whether your mental health is good, whether your mental health is bad. It's like your physical health. So it's not a thing that you should like judge and that kind of stuff. You can have, sometimes you can be healthy in your physical health and bad in your physical health. It's just the same with mental health. And I think it's just a time, even when you're in a low mood, that's probably a sign, just how you deal with it, if you know what I mean. So I
would also want to tell fans, you know, I think when they come at artists and superstars, they should remember it's a human being on the other side.
True.
Because
it doesn't matter. Because you know when people just say, oh, you're ugly, oh, your music is rubbish, oh, you're this, oh, you're that, oh, you produced that, oh, why did you wear that, oh, you wore that, oh, why aren't you wearing a Balenciaga, oh, did you wear that Balenciaga yesterday? Like, it's just...
It's chipping away.
It's chipping away.
So it's not a sign of weakness if you talk about it. It's not a sign of weakness if you don't feel up to par. Talk to people, you know, get help if you need it. That brings us to the end of this episode, guys. Yes, we ended on a downer, but that's not to say that there aren't any positives still happening, such as we'll be back soon.
Definitely.
With more news and juice on the Buzz TV show. In the meantime, that is it for us from today's episode. We'll see you soon, guys. Bye from me and bye from all of us.